You serious? You serious? I was about to make a badass video with Jojo Wi-Fi, and I just got 5 emails from Capcom just a couple minutes ago getting 5 of my videos claimed. Now, for the duration of my YouTube channel, not once have I made any sort of money. I haven't made enough money, haven't got enough views, I don't care about that. It's the fact that you took the time to capitalize. Let's look into this. 5 of my videos just now got claimed mere minutes ago from the recording of this. And taking a look at all of the claims, I noticed you know what? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the claims. So from right here, we can see my YouTube channel, and we can go down to one of my most recent and best videos I made. I worked pretty hard on, Capcom, by the way. Ineligible to be monetized. Okay, why is that? Well, when we look at the video and look at the short little segment, it's the cutscene. It's the cutscene. Okay, fair. Let's look at the next one. This one right here, the embargo. Look at claim. What's going on here? It's the cutscene. It's another one of the cutscenes. And we keep scrolling on down. Here's another one. One I did back in September with Devil Never Cry. Months ago. This has been up for months. Take a look at it. What is it? It's another cutscene, but it's with Goliath. This is in the demo. This is in the demo. You can play this right now. Let's look at the next one. Here's another one. Another one with Devil Never Cry. What's going on here? It's another cutscene from the demo. So yes, Capcom is demonetizing people for showing cutscenes. Is that a good thing? No, actually not. Here's why. You're demonetizing, you're not taking down videos with cutscenes. Apparently they updated their bot in order to do this. There's several problems with this. For one, if you're trying to stop the leakers, you're too late. We're less than 24 hours from the launch of the game. Why are you just now stopping leakers? It's too late. Thousands of people have already had the game leaked for them because you just now took action for it if this is what you're doing. It's not a strike. It's just demonetizing. Now you're just taking advantage of my channel. Now you're just fucking my channel in the ass. That's it. That's all you're doing. And you're doing this for videos that, again, show cutscenes of the demo? What is this? What are you doing? And I've only shown cutscenes that have been shown to the public. No leaks. I don't leak content. In fact, I tried to get in touch with Capcom. I tried to get a PR pass. They said no. And here's the other thing that makes this worse. For those of you who watched the 24-hour live stream, I had to stop because lag spikes and stuff. So we had to stop the first part of the 24-hour live stream. During this portion, we played Resident Evil 6. When we stopped the stream for a little bit and had to restart the stream, the like 2 hours or however long it was of me and Devil Never Cry playing Resident Evil 6, playing the game, that stream got demonetized. Why? Because one of the cutscenes was registered as their E3 trailer. If your fucking game is registering as a trailer and we're getting demonetized for playing your fucking video game, we have a problem. We have a big problem. If I had any hopes for turning what I was doing right now into a business, those just got screwed over. Thank you, Capcom. I appreciate it. For everything you've done for me. I had fun. This was fun. This was fun. I enjoyed talking about Devil May Cry. The community got really close. There was good times, there was great times. I'll keep covering the game. I'll keep doing that. Don't worry, more videos are coming, but Capcom, please. Why don't you focus on taking down the leaks? I guess it's too late for that. I guess we're already less than 24 hours away from the game's launch. I tried so hard to support this game. I was so proud of this. So proud. I still am. But what is with this? What is this? Really? You're not even giving your small content creators a chance. You're just making fun of them now. Is this how you support your content creators? Unless they have a pass from you? Is this how you support them? I'll keep making videos. I'll see what happens. I wasn't doing it to get monetized anyway. I never made money from YouTube before. I still haven't. I haven't got enough views to make money, so obviously I wasn't doing this to get monetized. So I'm not that worried about it. But at the same time, what if I was? What if this was my business? If this is the future, like, it was already hard enough for me to navigate around your trailers because I had to edit. I can use other trailers just fine. I don't get demonetized for using other trailers, but some of my most proud videos, most successful videos are demonetized because I used just a second too long of your trailer as just background footage. Hey, guess what? That's transformative footage. Technically, I should have filed a dispute for that, and I still can, but I don't care anymore because it's already irrelevant. It's already months old. But that, not sure if you really should have demonetized me for that, for supporting your content, for using a second too long of your trailer. There are other games that I can support, and I'm not going to get demonetized for using their trailers. Why? Because they support their content creators, big or small. And Capcom, I would appreciate it if you could do the same. Instead of me making an awesome collaboration video with Jojo Wi-Fi, instead I'm sitting here talking about these videos being demonetized by Capcom. You know what? Speaking of Jojo Wi-Fi, guess who else got demonetized? Jojo, you want to elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, so basically I go with the channel, I'm ready to upload a video, right? And I make the content, it's 10 minutes worth of content, and I want to deliver to you guys. And as I'm about to upload it, it instantly gets demonetized, which I'm not too upset about. It happens every now and again, and that's perfectly fine, right? But then I go check, and my previous video, the DMC5 playable Virgil, also got demonetized. And I go, well, that was completely transformative content where I'm reviewing the clips, I'm talking, and it's my own intellectual property, mind you. It's a very small fraction of it makes up just the visuals alone, but they decided to claim that as well. And then I go down, and my podcast with Tishelli's also been demonetized. And I go in the video before that. And long story short, you guys get the idea. Over 10 of my videos back to back got demonetized, full of transformative content and me helping review the newest installment, me helping push Devil May Cry 5, and this is how Capcom decides to repay me. By demonetizing and taking from the mouths of small content creators, by taking the money that I had earned off of it and claiming it for their own.
It just doesn't make any sense. All we did was promote their content, and as elaborated before, they are taking stuff from the playable demo. We've played that already. We can get footage of that, and yet it's getting demonetized.
Exactly.
Granted, it was from IGN, and they're probably whitelisted, and that's probably how that came to play. But what happens tomorrow when I start streaming your game? Am I going to get demonetized the same way you demonetized my entire 24-hour live stream because you thought Resident Evil 6 was your E3 trailer? Therefore, the whole stream was demonetized.
And that's the problem too, is that these are very small fractions of the actual audio and the actual visuals. That makes up such a small portion of the stuff that we talk about, right? Whether it's theory crafting, an analysis breakdown, or a news delivery, we are transforming the content and it is fair use. And you've even lifted the embargo. Like, we are allowed to talk about these topics, and then you decide to go back on that, right? The other thing about this too that you have to know is some of these videos that I had were privated and they still got demonetized, meaning that it's just an auto censor going off, like they're just auto scanning videos and anything that files under that, right? Whether it's even 10 seconds of a clip, they're going to take that money, which is ridiculous. You need someone to manually look into it, and you have the funding to do that, to manually look to see if this is actually worthy of filing a claim for. Because you are taking from small content creators who are helping push your video, like your game. They're helping push your game. Remember that. Because I've made over 3.5 million views generated for Devil May Cry 5. Not just Devil May Cry, specifically your newest installment that you guys are releasing. That's 3.5 million views of exposure that you guys get for your game. That's promotion. That's assisting your game. And you chose to repay me by taking my own intellectual property and claiming it as your own. Remember that.
Both me and Jojo Wi-Fi have made our channels in the first place because Devil May Cry 5. We thought you would have been generous. But instead, if we wanted even to try to make this into a business of promoting products, you just killed that chance. Now, granted, I'm not sure if you're going to take the revenue we've made from these videos. I've already elaborated before. I'm making revenue. I'm just doing this for fun because I enjoyed this, okay? I liked promoting your game without making money. But Jojo Wi-Fi had it set as a business to promote your game, and you demonetized him for promoting your game. And none of us used any leaked content. We didn't take leaked cutscenes, nothing. Everything we used was in the public domain, set from journalists. Go watch my old content. Go watch Jojo Wi-Fi's content. It's all stuff in the public right now.
Right. And that's another thing that needs to be touched based on. So if you don't understand why this is so frustrating, is another reason is just because, like, this is a preventative measure to get rid of leaks. So people in the community who happen to get a copy, and I'm not talking about people who are under NDA and people who got a review copy. I'm talking about people who got to their local GameStop and happened to know somebody and got like a shady DMC5 copy that they are not allowed to be in possession of.
Actually, to elaborate more on that a little bit, there are selling copies right now just all over the place for a couple of days. Like Yellow Motion just got a hold of one as well.
Fair enough, right? But I'm talking about people who have gone out of their way to leak the game and put out like the ending or crucial moments that are pivotal moments in the story, right, at earlier than they're allowed to, right? Because we're not allowed to be doing this until 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're already releasing it. So let's see, we got about approximately 5 hours current time as we're making this video. There's about 5 hours left before the leakers are actually legitimately allowed to be uploading what they're allowed to upload. So that being said, as a preventative measure for 5 hours, you decided to go back and demonetize over 10 different videos that were spread out months apart that have nothing to do with that are all public domain and are all transformative pieces of content that I've put together for your game, to promote your game, to help get the people hype, to help bring the best out in the community. And this is how you've chosen to repay me.
And the funny thing is, right before we received these emails, because we received these emails about the copyright claims just months before doing our... not months, just minutes before we were going to record a podcast saying, Capcom, thank you for the great times for us promoting your game. We were minutes away from recording that. You stopped us. You did this. And I don't know how anyone is just... I bet you people whitelisted are having a great time right now. Why? Because they're not getting demonetized. But it's so shitty to be doing this to smaller content creators.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. There are people who are whitelisted. And if you don't know what that means, essentially it means that they get a pass for being able to promote their own content, whether it be transformative or re-uploads or whatever the case may be. But it takes a portion of the revenue, and obviously you have to be big enough for these companies to reach out and help you. And there's a lot of members of the community that I enjoy, like RBG is whitelisted, right? And I did a podcast with him. I enjoy his content. And as much as I want to be happy because I know that he's whitelisted, it doesn't make sense to me, right? And I love RBG. This is not a shot at RBG. This is me trying to give a example and help you guys understand where I'm coming from. As awesome as his content is, and he's a much significantly bigger YouTuber, mind you, he's generated approximately, what is it? Do you know what it is? How much did that add up to be?
It added to 1.7 million views.
So he has generated 1.7 million views for Devil May Cry 5. Now, granted, that might not have been his goal. He might have just been uploading for fun and cover what he likes to do, right? And that's phenomenal. But I have generated over 4.5 million views for Devil May Cry 5. Whether you like Jojo Wi-Fi or not, that is enough exposure for you to at least show some gratitude. As big as RBG is, right? He has put in significantly less promotion for your game, and he's getting a pass, right? And that's great. I don't think his videos should get demonetized. And not just him, it's just an example of people that you pick and choose to give a pass on because they're bigger content creators, and you're just neglecting the small content creators that genuinely make up such a massive part of your community, and you just overlook them like they're trash because they don't have as big of a fan base. But lo and behold, what you're missing is that there's plenty of people like myself who have been demonetized who are helping you and are such big contributors in this community. And like Half Pint said, we have been planning a thank you and a recap video for weeks now for you guys.
I've had subscribers asking a lot for a recap video over the build-up, because it's been a great time for the build-up. This is unlike any other game. Most games, it's just marketing, game comes out, you know, just generate hype. There's been something different with this game. I felt like they're trying to build a connection with their fan base because Capcom has really been getting on the good graces with fans recently. But I guess this hasn't changed. And I guess this might never change, if I'm being honest.
I agree. That's the thing, is that we wanted to give back, not just as a community, but just to say how grateful we are for a game that we've been waiting for 10 plus years on.
A lot of you guys might not know this, but when it comes to Capcom, other companies do this too, but there are other companies who don't do this. If you show too much of their trailers, you get demonetized. A lot of my early and my most successful videos are demonetized because I showed 1 second too long of your trailers, promoting them. Transformative content. New content. Different content, not yours anymore, transformative. And I can't show that. I don't want to show that anymore. I don't want to, because I don't want to promote this anymore. This is ridiculous.
And it's not even just about the money. It's just about the fact that you are going out of your way to destroy and take from small content creators. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like Capcom hears you or sees you play 10 seconds of their clip. It's like, oh yeah, that's ours now. It's like your voice, that's ours now. You talking over this clip and your ideas that you're, interacting with people to help promote their game, they own that. Now they own that. And it's ridiculous. I understand how copyright works, but it's intended to protect and help people with what they own, right? But that's completely different in the way that they're using it. This is abuse. You are abusing the copyright system by the way you're using this. Because you don't want to take the time to manually find out, and you have the staffing to do it. You have the financial stability to do it. Instead of going and having people manually file copyrights for actual leaked footage, you decided to put a blanket to destroy small content creators alike for covering any footage at all. So instead of having staff ready, looking at the most recent uploads, looking at other content creators and seeing what's okay and what's not okay, you just decided to make a blanket statement of fuck you if you decided to do this.
And guess what, guys? This isn't going away. None of this is going away. Resident Evil 6, like he just said, is a decade old, and Capcom is not getting rid of this. So again, like I just said, who knows if my stream is going to get demonetized or not when I do it. But the worst part is, a decade from now, if Capcom does not change what they're doing, they might just keep doing it every time you play Devil May Cry 5. Your game, you playing their game, gone. It's just gone. And the funny thing is, him mentioning my stream as well. Steven Crowder did the same thing, like a 3-hour stream of showing the Oscars, or making fun of the Oscars, okay? All of it his own content. And about 5 seconds of it was him showing the Oscars. Everything else was transformative, and they took it down. And do you know what happened with that? Steven fought it, and he won. He won. Why? Because the rest of the stream was transformative. You know, like our content.
And here lies the problem with that, is that if you're big enough, you can get whitelisted, and that's phenomenal. Or if you're big enough, you can be Steven Crowder and you can fight it. The problem is not enough small content creators have the luxury of being able to fight these cases and being heard. You know what happens to small content creators like me and Half Pint when we go to file for an appeal on a demonetization video? This is what happens. You wait about 3 to 4 months for them to review it. And when they're done, they'll get back to you, which is probably a big flatline no.
And mind you, you can only do one dispute at a time. One.
Right. So if they file and claim 15 videos, like they did for me, right? I can file for one at a time, and then they'll get back to me 3 to 4 months later just to tell me no, because Capcom generates more money than I do for them. And if they decide, like let's say hypothetically I want it, because on occasion I do. 3 to 4 months later, well, guess what? The video's done generating views. It's got a lifespan. Videos don't just continuously spawn views, no matter how phenomenal they are, years down the line. Okay? So 3 to 4 months later, it's generated usually about the amount of views as it ever will. And after that, the video stops growing. Meaning you no longer make any more money off of it. Meaning if you put a 24-hour live stream, which is an entire day. Think about that. An entire day's worth of time of you and all the work that you put into it. Provided you play 10 seconds of their clip, they can claim 24 hours of your hard work. That is absolutely ridiculous. And even if you win the copyright fight, you still lose. You don't gain anything from it.
That whole time it was down? Yeah, you don't get any of that money. None of it. The entire time it was down. And then you only get one claim at a time, guys. So if they sit there on the claim and do it on the last day, which, by the way, they're allowed to do that, that's 3 or 4 months after Devil May Cry 5 is out. Then you move on to the next video. Hey, guess what? We're done with your content by then. We got played for a fiddle. What do? We can't do anything. You just fucked us in the ass.
And don't tell me it's not about the money. Don't tell me, oh, well, Jojo, you don't need money off the videos, or you shouldn't be, worried or concerned about the monetization. You're right. It is not the main thing I'm concerned about. You got to understand that. But at the same time, you have to know that us small content creators have jobs outside of our YouTube channels. It's not sustainable for us to do it, no matter how great things are at the moment or whatever the case may be. It's not our only source of income, right? So no big deal there. But the problem is at some point, if you'd like to transition into making this your full-time job, and if you love your audience as much as I do, and you want to interact with them, you have to know that you need to make time for that. And if I keep setting time aside, it would be nice if I got something back for it. You understand that? I can't emphasize enough how far 3.5 million views for their game goes. You have any idea how helpful that is in the grand scheme of things for them? How beneficial not just I, but any small content creator, any content creator who consistently has covered the game since the announcement of DMC5. How far that hype train has gone and how many people it reached. And this is how you're thanking us. This is how you've chosen to thank your community, because you don't care. You don't care.
What about my 12-hour breakdown? Yeah, so that one's fine. But what about the other times that I sat here in this chair right here, hours of sitting here editing videos for you to take it down, for you to take down transformative content? And you know what? You don't support small content creators. You don't even look here, and I can prove it. Watch this. You see this right here? Rizora. You guys have seen him before. Yeah, we talked about he was a liar, right? He's also a small content creator. We also know he lies a lot. This right here is also a lie. And you know what? Capcom's not going to do about it. Nothing. He is literally building a platform off of lies with Capcom content. And Capcom's not going to do anything about it because they just have automated machines looking out for content, and they're not taking the time to look and see who's actually beneficial and actually take care of people like this who might actually be hurting their content with lies. Because remember, there was a point in time where this guy was talking about he was one of the voice actors, and he started fucking with Google when it came with the voice actor lineup. But Capcom didn't do anything about it. Nothing. And now he's sitting here saying how he got a review copy, and we all know for a fact he doesn't. Also, this image right here also proves he doesn't, because this right here is a digital copy, because with the PlayStation, it shows a physical disc down here that you have it. Hey, guess what? Capcom hasn't been sending out codes. They've been sending physical copies. So where the fuck did this guy get this? And also, he sent this yesterday, the day that PS4 got the preloads. And this is the symbol you get. This is the same thing Jojo Wi-Fi has right now. He can look at it and pull it up on his PlayStation any given time, and he sees the same damn thing. But Resor's like, oh, hey, let me just get back on that lying bandwagon real quick.
And this is my problem with it as well. I don't understand this, because you are doing this as a preventative measure, allegedly, right? This blanket thing that you're doing. But it's not stopped the people that it's intended for. The leaks, if you go look, they're still there. The people who have leaked 2-3 days ago, their leaks are still up. And this is the problem with you just making blanket demonetizing or blanket statements that are applicable to almost anyone but the people it's supposed to perpetuate. It's like you need to understand that you're not reaching the right people because you're not taking the time to actually get the problem. Okay? So the leaks are still up. Rizora, I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed because you fell off the map here, man. You made your apology video, right? And we did talk about the lies. We sorted that out, and then you took that down. That really disappointed me. The next thing, let's not even worry about a screenshot of what I can and can't provide and images that you can or cannot manipulate. But the people who are intended to get them as an influencer, meaning if you're as a content creator, those people, aka people who don't actually work for gaming media and have like a large following, are meant to get it on the 4th. Rez stated that he got his copy before the 4th. So if you got your copy as a content creator, it wouldn't be from Capcom. The easiest way to check this is to look at the trophies on his PSN. So if you want to upload those, by all means, call me on my shit. But the point is I don't know why Capcom isn't concerned about leakers and people perpetuating lies on their platform.
And I don't know about you guys, but I've seen Jojo Wi-Fi's content and his 10,000 subscribers. That's something I want to support. Have you guys seen Resor's content? It hasn't gotten any better. And if I were Capcom, I wouldn't support that guy. Especially the person where if you type in his name right now, one of the first things that comes up is literally my exposed video. Yeah, I highly doubt he got a review copy.
The only thing his name's attached to is lies at the moment. And like I said, I'm severely disappointed at this point that it hasn't gotten any better. To me, I'm so disappointed because we had talked on multiple occasions. It seemed like things gotten better. And then you pull down the apology video. It just disappears. And then you go back to lying. Why, man? Why did it have to come down to this? And Capcom, why? I got the same question for you, man. Why? Why, Capcom? I don't understand why you punish small content creators who are genuinely doing something good for your game, and then stuff like this goes under the radar. Just completely is just, this is acceptable behavior. Leaks are acceptable, and lying on your platform is completely acceptable as well. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and end this here because we're starting to just repeat stuff, and we can do this all day. In fact, me and Jojo were before we started recording this, and we're probably gonna do it more afterwards. I don't know, guys. At this point, what do we do? What do we do? Because obviously, Capcom's not gonna support us. They're never going to support us at this point. We're probably gonna get blacklisted if they happen to see this video. This is it, guys. This is the standard from Capcom. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna make future Capcom content? Probably not. I'm going to keep playing their games, though. Hell, I might keep buying their microtransactions, their future games, because I like their games so much. But guys, I'm sorry. if you wanted more Half Pint content on Capcom games, you're probably not going to see it anymore. Because I can't support this. Why? Because Capcom, not only they're not supporting me, which is fine, they're going to intentionally bring me down for helping them. So that's it, guys. That's it. Just in a little knot right there. Jojo, you got anything else you want to say before we go ahead and end this?
Yeah, just a quick summation. And this is more of a ranting thing for me too. This is where I'm at with it. So I know some of you guys at this point might be wondering why Rez's name got brought into this. And it's just like, you got to understand that I feel as though this is bad either way, what was brought up as far as him having a review copy. Because if he does happen to have a review copy as an influencer, that means that you're okay with people lying about who they say they are. They're impersonating the voice actor, right? This person lied and manipulated Google's search engine, and you're promoting that. Or the individual lied about it again, and that just means that you're right back from where you started, right? That in itself is just bad. And then to just top things off, the leaks are still up and running. Do you honestly think the channel with 100 subscribers or 50 subscribers who uploaded the leak footage minds being demonetized? They come out ahead on this. They come out ahead. The leakers come out ahead. You're not hurting anyone but the people that actually want to be a part of this community and have actually done something for you.
And if they didn't do this because of the leakers, then there's something more sinister at hand. I don't know, like the same problem I had with RE6. Is this potentially something they've been doing for years, right before the release of all their games? Because if that's the case, Resident Evil 6 supports that. It's possible they did that right before Resident Evil 6 came out. And I don't know, maybe they do this for all their games and we had no idea about this. So let's hope it's not the latter. Because either way, this is a bad scenario, and I want to hear a response from Capcom, but I already know we're not going to. Why? Because we're smaller content creators. I know I'm not getting supported because I already tried for it, and Capcom actually denied me. So there's that. There's that. So I want to thank you all for watching, because I know at least you guys will support me. Also, we forgot to mention, I spent thousands of dollars to go to Germany to play Devil May Cry 5 for you guys. And to talk to Matt Walker and Itsuno potentially, which by the way, we all know, spoiler alert, I never got to. Never got to find them in time.
And that's the other thing too. It's like, that's thousands of dollars that Half Pint doesn't have to throw away. He doesn't have that money to just, that's not luxury money that you just toss around.
Nope.
He didn't have that money. He went out of his way to go and help promote the game and help pursue what he needs to do for DMC. And you guys are taking from him. It's like you're still taking from from people who've invested so much in you. Whether that's financially or just your time alone. The time that you put into it. So it's really disheartening. And I'm going to end on that note. That's all I got.
Mwah.
Mwap,
Mwah.
mwap, 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 mwap. This is how I deal with being demonetized.
Oh, we're gonna get blacklisted.
Yep, they're done with us. That's it.